Hi, lovelies. I am here again for the episode 2 of our interesting story, Premier or Nothing, a tale of disappointment and betrayal. We talk about Inyobo, who goes for luxury and opulence, and how she left her family in Ghana and flew back to Nigeria. If you really want to understand the episode 1 of this story, you have to go and watch it. After watching it, we come to episode 2. Let's go. As Inyobon left her husband, Kwame, and their 2-year-old daughter, Amma, and flew back to Nigeria, she had resolved within herself that she would have nothing to do with broke people and that poverty is a deadly disease she would not like to contact. She forgot everything about her family, both at the village, Ikorabasi, and Ghana. She declared herself a sophisticated orphan, whose name she said, Sophie. Inyobon, who is now Sophie, reinvented herself in Lagos, Nigeria, frequenting high-end nightclubs, big gatherings, where politicians where and other big shots events where she seek a new life of luxury. One evening, at an exclusive club, she caught the eye of Bolaji, a charismatic politician surrounded by admirers and sycophants. Bolaji was so captivated by her beauty, and he approached her saying, "You shine like a star in this room, my dear. May I have the pleasure of knowing you? Anyways, I am Honorable Bolaji Akin, and you are," he said, smiling charmingly to Sophie. Drawn to Bolaji's power and influence, Sophia smiled seductively. "I'm Sophie. Nice to meet you. At your service, I must say, you are the most beautiful woman I've ever seen," Bolaji flirted. "May I have a dance with you, Angel?" Bolaji added, offering Sophie his hand for a dance. "Sure," Sophie said, entering into his embrace, and they started dancing to the cool, soothing music that filtered the cozy dance floor. As they danced and laughed together, Sophie was captivated by Bolaji's charm and wealth. She saw an opportunity to escape her past and grasp a new life of opulence. She said inside her mind, "Inyobon, this is confirmed jackpot to go punish poverty. It is Premier or Nothing. We move." She smiled to herself and held Bolaji tightly while they danced happily. Inyobon, Sophie as we call her now, leaving her past headaches behind, embraced her new life with Bolaji. She became his trophy girlfriend, basking in the attention and luxury he provided. Bolaji, enchanted by Sophie's beauty and charm, considered making her his wife. Sophie and Bolaji's whirlwind romance culminated in a grand, politically charged wedding, attended by Nigerians elites. Sophie, radiant in a custom-made gown, exchanged vows with Bolaji, who beamed with pride. After their wedding, Bolaji and Sophie traveled to Miami for their sophisticated and fun-filled honeymoon. They enjoyed themselves there, and everything felt like heaven on earth. After Miami, they traveled to Paris, where Sophie was blown away with fantastic events. 4 months after their lavish wedding, Sophie noticed that she was pregnant. Bolaji was overjoyed seeing the child as a symbol of his legacy. The couple's joy was tripled when the scan showed that Sophie was carrying a baby boy. "I'm having a baby boy, Bolaji. A son," Sophie said excitedly. "My son? He will inherit my empire, my legacy. Thanks a lot, my love, for this gift," Bolaji said, kissing Sophie. Sophie's pregnancy was marked by opulence and excess, with Bolaji sparing no expenses to ensure her comfort. She gave birth to a healthy baby boy, whom they named Taiwo. Taiwo's arrival was celebrated with a grand party attended by politicians, business leaders, and celebrities. Sophie reveled in her new role, basking in the attention and admiration, but inside her was hidden a grave secret which she hoped to be buried forever. Bolaji, proud of his growing family, showered Sophie and Taiwo with love and gifts, but amidst the joy, whispers of Inyobor's past lingered. Taiwo, on the other hand, was given the best life can offer. He basked in wealth and opulence and was a real definition of he who was bathed with a golden spoon. Everything was at his beck and call. He attended the most prestigious school, from kindergarten to the university, all in Canada. He grew up to become a dashing, handsome young man. He was intelligent, handsome, and cute with impeccable charisma. He inherited his father's charisma and business acumen. He showed a keen interest in Bolaji's chain of businesses, often accompanying him to meetings and learning the ropes. Bolaji, proud of his son's potentials, began to mentor Taiwo, teaching him the intricacies of entrepreneurship and leadership. Taiwo absorbed knowledge like a sponge, displaying a natural talent for management and innovation. Bolaji, confident in Taiwo's abilities, gradually handed over the reins of the company to his son. Taiwo's leadership and vision propelled the business to new heights, expanding its reach and increasing its profits. As Taiwo's success grew, so did his reputation. He became a respected young entrepreneur known for his intelligence, work ethic, and dedication. His future looked bright, with many expecting him to surpass his father's achievements. At 22 years, Taiwo had achieved a lot and was a national figure in the business world. However, little did he know his life was about to take a dramatic turn, one that would challenge everything he thought he knew about his family and himself. Taiwo traveled around the world for business seminars and teachings. On one of the business trips in Ghana, Taiwo attended a high-profile gathering of entrepreneurs and business leaders. As he mingled with the guests, his eyes met an epitome of beauty with confidence and elegance. She was tall, beautiful with impeccable and perfect curves. She had dark ivory skin with hairs, She was fully endowed with charming smiles. She dressed impeccably for the occasion and was greeting her colleagues with charming smiles. When Taiwo sighted her, his gaze fixed on her. When she got to Taiwo, he was swept by her beauty. Wow! I need to call heaven. Oh. It seems one of the angels is missing, Taiwo said, smiling at the lady who smiled back. Oh, forget my manners. I am Taiwo from Apex Group of Companies, Nigeria. You are? Taiwo introduced himself, bringing out his hand for a shake. Purity Donalds, the CEO, Dope AK Company, Accra, Ghana. She took Taiwo's hand in a shake. Smiling, she said, So, you are the famous Taiwo, the talked about CEO. She asked, smiling broadly. Ah, me. I am still a servant too, who is always eager to serve his customers right. Taiwo joked, laughing. You have to add a good sense of humor in your abilities too, Purity added, smiling. Really? But joke apart, I like your composure and you are beautiful too. A rare full package. Taiwo said with seriousness. Purity blushed. You are not bad too, she said. Both of them chatted throughout the event, laughing and enjoying their company. They exchanged phone contacts and started communicating. Even when Taiwo traveled back to Nigeria, their communication became strong. As time went on, they discovered that they could not stay a day without communicating on video calls or voice call. This went on until Taiwo discovered that he had fallen in love with Purity. One day, on their usual video call, after the day's work, Taiwo was so serious during the call. Purity, there is something that is bothering me, Taiwo said with a serious face, searching Purity's face. Hope there is no problem, Taiwo. What is going on? You can tell me, please, Purity asked with so much concern. Purity, I think I have fallen deeply in love with you. I can't hold it back anymore, Taiwo said pleadingly. Purity kept quiet. Hello? Purity, are you there? Please answer me. I am sorry. I can't hold it anymore. Taiwo was frustrated. I am in love with you, Taiwo. I feel in love longer than you can imagine. Purity cut in. Taiwo was overwhelmed with joy. Their romance blossomed and they could not have enough of themselves. Taiwo traveled often to Ghana to see his sweetheart. They became inseparable, an envy of everyone. As their romance appreciated, they decided to involve their both families in their relationship. Purity introduced Taiwo to her father, Mr. Donald K., who was happy for her only daughter after seeing the impeccable abilities of Taiwo, which was rare in most men. One day, Taiwo decided to introduce his sweetheart, Purity, to his parents. After inviting her to Nigeria, he picked her from airport straight to Sheraton Hotel, where he lodged her. After settling at the hotel, he brought her home to see her parents. As they came inside their mansion, Bolaji and Sophie were watching television, waiting for their son's girlfriend. They had ordered the maid servants to prepare delicious meals for their important guests. Immediately, Taiwo and Purity came in, Bolaji was captivated by Purity's beauty, which reminded him of someone, but he could not place his fingers on it again. Sophie was stunned at the sight of Purity because she had some striking resemblance of her when she was in her youth. They welcomed her regardless. "Welcome to my family house, my love," Taiwo said, all smiles. "Mom, Dad, meet my love, Purity Donald." Taiwo introduced Purity. As he mentioned that name, Purity Donald, Sophie had a sign of relief and smiled. "Sweetheart, these are my parents, Honorable Bolaji Akin and Mrs. Sophie Akin." He introduced his parents proudly. "Good day, Honorable and Mrs. Akin. It's my pleasure meeting you. I've heard a lot about you," Purity said, smiling shyly. "Hope they were good days," Bolaji said, joking, petting Purity's back, while Sophie smiled too. "They are all good days, sir," Purity assured. Bolaji and Sophie welcomed Purity with open arms. They also gave her a good treat. Taiwo didn't fail to spoil Purity with luxury and opulence, showing her the depth of his love for her, and Purity was so happy. However, Taiwo and Purity promised to have their first sex on their wedding night, so all their fun excluded sexual intercourse. Taiwo decided to perform the traditional wedding of Purity at Ghana, while the white wedding would be held in Nigeria. "Dad, I think it's high time we go and perform Purity's traditional wedding in her hometown, Ghana. I can't wait to make her my bride," Taiwo told Bolaji one day after Purity traveled back to Ghana. "I can see you love that young girl, my son," Bolaji said, smiling. "I still wonder what you see in that Ghana girl that you could not find in Nigerian girls. There are so many sophisticated and beautiful Nigerian girls around. Why do you prefer Purity from Ghana?" Sophie said disapprovingly. "Mama, Purity is exceptionally beautiful with good brains hanging on her shoulder. She is the current CEO of one of Ghana's notable companies. Mama, can you beat that?" Taiwo said excitedly. "You said CEO?" exclaimed Sophie. "Yes, CEO in her father's company. Actually, her father is a billionaire," Taiwo further explained. "Wow, that's huge. You both will become a powerful couple," Sophia said, smiling and relieved because the present information about Purity's father being a billionaire is quite different from Kwame's present condition as she left her when she left them in Ghana. It was concluded that Purity's bride price would be paid the following month in her hometown, while a week after the traditional wedding comes the white wedding in Nigeria. In anticipation to this great occasion, Sophie could not help but stayed disturbed. She decided not to follow them to Ghana for the traditional wedding and started plotting on how to boycott the great occasion without suspicion. She was doing all this in order not to find herself in a difficult situation where her past will be caught up with her. Anyways, this is where episode 2 ends. Before we go on to episode 3 next time, I will not fail to ask these questions. Who is Purity? Why is Sophie trying to avoid the travel to Ghana? Will Sophie succeed in boycotting the travel without suspicion? Will Sophie's secrets be revealed? All these questions will be answered in our next episode. So try as much as possible to follow up for the next episode. Please, if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, try and do so. Thanks to all those that are supporting these stories by subscribing and commenting. Remain blessed and God's love.